All right, so I'll go ahead and mute everyone. Now let's start watching.
Everybody in the blood clot party say, "What go on?"
All right, so watching the retracement ideas that should potentially form here. I'd like to see the next hour. Let me just pretty sure that somebody slipped the mute. I'm pretty sure that we're likely to see an up close or the candle here. But there's no confirmation yet. So at this point, it's just an idea. The idea is all of this in a bearish market becomes sus. At least taking out this high and then pushing low. Taking this high back inside this imbalance here and then lower. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to trade that idea. So we're watching these this morning. Didn't enter. We can see why I had them highlighted. We could see why I would enter, but I did not enter. Watching NAS, I feel like NAS could be the one, but not about that. Trading this far up when we're so close to 9:30 on a day like today. This was interesting to watch. I was reading the tape and I love to see how the order block was formed roughly around the big figure level, validated, then we came back to it, and it was just nice to watch for me. I'm not sure if we're going to see them take this high, but that would be dependent on what DXY does. But I think not taking that high suits the narrative, but running that high is manipulation. I don't think then they go that high unless this is going to continue pushing higher from here, and then that's the end of the bear run, which I don't think. But either way, AU shorts on my mind. The potential for NAS shorts. UK longs are a little bit far gone. Not going to be looking at that. I was looking at this. That 1650 level inside here looks very nice. EU as well. EU might be the closest one to. Would early entry be okay here? Does it have to break the highs in DXY? It doesn't have to break the highs. I just need to see it push higher to supplement the idea that I want. EU looks pretty close to where I wanted it to be yesterday. From a risk standpoint, it's still within 20 points. So I might consider selling if we take here and retrace. Take here, retrace. It's now 9:20. Yeah. So shorts here, I like. Let's see potential. Since the risk has been framed, entry point has been framed. Potential, about 40 pips potential on the table. And that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Like 1.079. Yeah. Down there. That would be nice. Not necessarily, Kate. Not necessarily. What am I looking for? I'm looking for M5. I want to see what this looks like on an M5. This risk is very much acceptable for me. That would mean stops at 688 if we're stingy. If we are playing a full stop, that's at 20 point. So stops at that high, 9874 rounded, and then 20 points below that gets me. So this is now less than 20 points. I'm gonna go 0.2 here and sell into this guy. And that's where my stop is going to be. I don't have EU on my list, so I have to pull it up. Steep, and I'm gonna sell this 0.2. 0.2. Take profit. For now, I'll go best case scenario at 0.98. There we go. So I'm in that short. Reduce risk, right? Low probability today, reduce risk. Exactly when I said it, I'm in. So now I'll go back to watching here. Bam, bam, bam. 8 minutes, the equity is open. The XY doesn't want to see me be great. AU pulling up, not yet there. I'll consider taking AU at maybe about 0.633. 20 point stop takes me put 0.635. All is a bit daunting to put your stop at that mid figure, big figure level, but hey, nah, nope. Big nope. Looking for EU to rate 0.9925. I mean, that's fine. Either way, I've reduced risk on, and my stop is set. So absolutely no reason to fear losing. So we have 6 minutes. I won't enter another position. Yeah, I saw you cat. I saw you cat. So we have 6 minutes. I'm not entering another position before 6 minutes. So now we watch. There's that. So I know where my stop is. I don't have to watch the actual chart, watch the actual trade on my phone. And yeah. Something about today just feels like they would want to squeeze persons who are trying to call reversals. That's what I would do. And when I say that, I mean, I've found way more relaxed thinking when I look at a chart and I interpret it as where the bulk of traders trying to get in and where they're trying to put their stop. You know, I see it clearer when I do that versus when I look at a chart and I'm like, where can I get a trade? Where can I get a trade? EU has equal highs. I did not see those. But I mean, if it stops, it's just a stop. I'm not afraid of a loss. But yeah, that's the only thing about today that has me not worried, but thinking that we could see more upside on NAS. And then that should promote the idea of weaker DXY, and then EU stops me out. But again, no big deal. I split the risk in half. So it's a reduced risk day, low probability, looking at multiple pairs to trade. It makes absolute, it's madness to put the same 0.4 across all the pairs. It's a small account. We respect the risk. So there you go. So 4 minutes until we see some magic. I want to see them take this high. Take this. Maybe this, if it gets to at least this, and I am up, let's say, I don't know, 15, 20 points on EU, I'll consider taking that. Because straight into that high can be enough to push price low. But for now, Nothing to worry about. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. What's in the chat? I ended at 0.2 because today we should be using 0.4. So I just split that in half. There we go. Fair? Fair what? There's you can't fear losing. What is that? 20 pips, is that 20 pips top? $40 from a 270 account. Look, you can looking like it wants a tank. What makes you say that? Or is there evidence or proof or something that supports that idea? Not saying you're wrong, right? Just be comfortable discussing what you want to see and why. Hold yourself accountable. 2 minutes. So the thing about losing that was hardest for me to accept is, you know those screenshots you used to see when you scroll through Instagram? Somebody shows a MT4 history with maybe, I don't know, 15 to 20 trades, and they're all blue. I love that. Absolutely love that. So I always wanted my results to look like that. But then I started mismanaging trades, not losing the trade, just mismanaging them. So I'd have maybe 20 winning trades, but they're like $1, all blue. And I realized that it's not that I'm not trading properly. I'm just mismanaging the money. Then the losses start popping up. So imagine having small wins like that, and then you get a big loss. It ruins everything for you. It just looks like everything is wrong. So when that started to happen, I started telling myself, allow yourself to win when the trade is in your favor. When it's not in your favor, take a small loss and then walk away. So at this point in my career, losses don't mean anything to me. If I'm in the mood to go M1 and play it flawless, I know I can do that. So absolutely no reason to worry. I don't want to watch EU really. I want to see what Naz is doing. And I want to see it on M5. Did EU spike up too? Nope. This is why I want to watch Naz. So this is the first 1 minute at 9:30. No movement. Forex pairs froze. No movement. No movement. This looks daunting, but hey, risk is managed. So now, whoop, one big 50-point drop. About 10 minutes before the first 1 minute candle closes. Interesting, I don't see any whipsaw in the first 1 minute, but we're still in the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minute candle is usually where all that whipsawing takes place. And I'm biased to seeing it going down because that would, make this guy go lower as well. All right, pretty static, not moving. Can I explain fair value? Fair value just means ideal price. Ideal price. So 50% of a range, that's fair value because it's ideal to do business at average price. That's the idea behind fair value. The specific things that I shared about fair value, which I don't think I shared them publicly, are just things I I saw repeating in my studies as it relates to when you anticipate a price level. So let's say we anticipated an entry to form at this blue line to go long. For refinement, can I pinpoint the price maybe within 5 pips, exactly where it should happen? Once I was able to consistently do that, I just named fair value. This guy going lower looks like EU is probably trading closer to my stop. But again, not afraid like M&M guys are not afraid. Can you explain? P area is also fair value. It's an interesting question. That's an interesting question. I look at P area as a reference point. So the reference point itself may or may not be in fair value. So I'd say, as interesting as it sounds, a P area is not fair value. That's what I'd say. Everything moving. 2 minutes until this guy closes. So EU stops us out, didn't see. All good, all good, all good. It's just a stop loss. You didn't lose your account, you took one loss. 2 more minutes for the M5 candle to close. Now this is looking extremely heavy. But until it trades below this low, it's just whatever, really. Wonder what everybody's thinking now. No, no, no. Watch it, Naz.
That was defo chatty.
Defo chatty. I don't know about Naz yet. I mean, this looks, I like this. That's why I'm watching it. This is textbook short for me. And I like this. Okay, EU, plain dirt, I see you. All good. I like AU. What I don't like is the fact that it's not leaving here. So the deliver does look nice. Does look nice. Bam, bam, bam. What time is it? 9:35, which means bam, bam. We could have these pairs sitting right here for a while, which makes entering a little bit daunting because then you enter and then it waits for a while before moving. But I really like this. What time frame is this? M5. How do I frame risk around this guy here? It's a 30-point stop loss. That's halfway in. It's gonna run. This is the emotional part about trading. So let's talk about this, all right? Let's talk about this loss. If you're viewing this here as the area where you consider yourself to be wrong about the trade, price wicks above it and then pulls back. would you consider the trade idea invalid? No. Nope, didn't close. No. Same. Still valid. Cool. All right. Same idea for me. Same idea. Which means if that is not invalid, then the idea of this guy going higher is also not invalid. Which means this short should also not be invalid. So since we took the first trade with a reduced risk, we're gonna sell this right now, right? We're gonna sell this right now. Since we took the first trade with reduced risk and that was a loss, and there is no overwhelming confirmation, we're gonna reduce risk again. So same 20-point stop, but this is going to be 0.1. So there. So I entered here. And my stop, I'm gonna put take profit. My stop is 20 points, so it's at 3,522, and I'm gonna target here, which is 627 thereabout. Well, sorry, 62, yeah, 627, 0.627. There. So with my other reserved 0.5%, I'm going to find the next highest probability trade I see and take it, and then that would close my day because that brings it to 3. I generally don't like taking about more than 5 trades if I'm doing this on a higher time frame. If I'm on M1, I allow myself to go beyond that, but above M1, we stick to 5 or less. So in terms of trade potential and analyzing the risk, we can get minimum at the very least 20 points from this, risking maybe 10 points. So where are we now? 0.988. So 0.988 stop loss, or 985 stop loss, round it up, and selling this now targeting minimum 20 points with 0.1. 0.1. So I'm selling this now. And that caps the trades for the day, unless we take a win. We're already down 1 trade, so we don't compound losses. Exact price for TP. I'll put it the same place as it was before, 9.8. I'm leaving it right there flat. So 9.8. So in total, the risk should be about 20, 10, maybe about another $30. So worst case scenario, we lose all the trades today. But there we go. 10 point for EU risk only. Yeah. I didn't get NAS. I wanted to enter here, but yeah. Somehow these guys just always seem to, the faster ones keep missing me. But if you took NAS, I'd be looking for NAS to run inside here. So once we start taking these lows, and let's say this one, since it's just above the order block, that would be my low hanging objective for NAS. If I got the short, that would be where I'd be looking for. And from where I wanted to enter, would have been about 80 points. No big deal. 41. Bam. Bam. Baby girl NAS. You got all of them? Also, I'm here playing it cool. I see. I'm playing it cool and you guys are making all the money. I'm just gonna check real quick what's today's target. I think it's 310. I think it's 310, but let me just confirm. Yeah, 310. 310 is the target for today. So I'm at 238 with the loss. So roughly about $70, maybe 30 points each, 30, 40 points from each of these trades gets us there. But if we only get the opportunity to recover the losses, then that's fine. He's just rubbing it in at this point. He's just rubbing it in at this point. $20 points, Naz, risking $20 here. It looks nice. It looks very nice. Whew. Decisions. So we're at 9:43. Typically I want to see an expansion start around about now. So jump into lower time frame, looking for the down candles, looking for price to trade through the highs and not go anywhere near the lows. And that should be ideal. AU shorts. You can. Pretty sure there's a nice M5 setup on this guy here, but no. So going into London close, which means we could have price just sitting until then. That's exactly what I don't want. That's exactly what I don't want. Wait, somebody's not muted. $11,825 DXY liquidity. Yeah, I want to see it run here. That's what I want to see do. Best case scenario is this high. Well, minimum requirement is that high. Confirmation is this high. So we don't want to see it come back to here and then stop because chop order flow. Time frames 5. I knew it. I could tell that on a lower time frame this was forming based on that M15 chart. So what time is it? Oh, this M5 just started. Okay, never mind. Are we shorting NAS? I wanted to short NAS. I wanted to short NAS right there, but it happened before I could, get a chance. So we're shorting AU and we're shorting EU. That's what we're looking at right now. KMS on. I'm lost. Let's see. Is it just that M5 low you're targeting for EU? No, actually, I want to see EU trade low. I want to see it trade into this area. That would be ideal. Okay. Naz missed you, Ben? Fair value if FEG created below low. I need to see a chart for that, Mari, to give the most honest opinion. My goal in life is to pass in a challenge in one trade easily. That's not hard, but you'd have to accept the risk. I don't think that you should try to aim for that. Possible, but no. Or do you take partials? I am going to, let's take a look. So the X are doing exactly what we want. Slow. Let's go. I don't want to go to M5 really to get lost in the PA, but Naz is this is doing what we want. So I want to stay on M15 to play for that longer term move. Okay, Naz. Okay, Naz. I don't want to be using any ultra tight stops here. How do you decide if you need to take partials or let the trade run? That's a good question. So ideally, I'd look at the move potential. So let's say I framed a trade and it was showing me the potential of 100 points and I'm up 50 points. That's 50% of the move. I'd aggressively scale off, especially if the price is slowing down around 50% of the anticipated swing. I'd take something off there. If you're playing defensive trading, then you have a daily target. So let's say your daily target is $50 and you're up anything above half of that $50, you should be at break even. So worst case scenario, end the day flat. If you took a loss and you're playing defensive trading, then you're aiming for half of that loss initially. So for me, the loss we took on EU was $34.60. So half of that would be 15 to 30, 17.30. If I was playing defensive, I would have taken, I'd have been break even now, or just aim for a 17.30, recovered half the loss.
Hello.
Sorry, it looks like it auto mute me.
Just a brief intermission.
Yeah, I was joking, so you didn't hear any of the joke. I was saying Zoom is saying we're doing too much. So, you know, can't play around with M1 or things like that happen. Okay, my mind is saying you could potentially get a short above here, but I don't like the fact that my stop has to be more than 20 points. I don't like that one bit. So let's take a look at what we have in the bag. Slow, but okay, but still slow. Not doing a whole lot of tape reading. UCAD looking very nice. So if this M5 candle screams higher, and this would be exactly what ICT traded for his first entry on the chart we shared this morning. Same narrative. I'll leave that for you to figure out since you watch it live. If it plays out. If it doesn't, then oh well. EU first target coming up. Coming up, coming up, coming up. You could write here isn't order pair in short. Short. No, I'd be thinking long. But I think UCAD is going to scream, I'm going to allow it to trade up without me. This is a 10 pip, this is a buy with a 10 pip SL. Like it really is a buy with a 10 pip SL. Minimum objective would have been about 15, 20, but I'm not taking it. You send me a chart. All right, let's see. That's buying stops in fair value. So remember what I said about this candle. If this candle screams higher, go back to the ICT chart that we looked at, and it's the same narrative. For those who know what fair value for buying is, I don't have to explain that to you, but for the guys who are not in the group, you have to go study. Looking good, looking good. Go. No fear, no fear. You can't be a trader and be afraid. Fear is what cripples your decision-making process. It has you thinking, feeling you're inferior because you're probably trying to control something that you can't. Instincts say go break even now, or our stops are at 850. Let's reduce our stop to this price, 738, just to be on the safe side, control the risk. 738 for EU, stops reduced. I don't think AU needs to do anything yet because it's still not, we haven't gotten any really big moves downwards. Watching these lows first. When we take these, I'll go break even on AU. So yeah. Oh yeah, EU is nice. Yeah, I'm trading EU. Don't tell my mommy, please. But yeah. So remember, this is EU minimum objective. So we'd ideally want to see them trade here, stay below. If it retraces, then we have a whole lot of room to retrace. So no retracement EU, just die. Just run. Would you target a NAS? Talked about that earlier. See, NAS would have been at objective now. So if you catch it, I'm happy for you, right? No hating, we're happy for our friends when they catch good trades that we missed. Well done, well done, well done. Oh, that means Ben didn't take NAS. All good, all good, all good. Oh, you missed your order. Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm floating enough profit to cover losses, but no need to worry. Next objective on EU. Solid close after retracement. If it takes here before retracement, then that opens the door for pullbacks. But I like this. This low just looks like where the party's at. That low. I'm actually not I'm actually not doing a lot of the things that I'd be doing on a normal basis, right? I'm not pyramiding. I'm not using ultra tight stops. I'm not doing any of that. This is not a show off. This is just relax and trade narrative when it forms and outline it. That's all. I made you lose, Naz. I said I spoke about exactly what I wanted for Naz. It just missed. That's it. That's it. So defense.